Are you ready to put your foot down and finally get in full control over your money? In today's video, I'm going to talk about a spending plan versus a budget so that you can supercharge any debt repayment strategy you have. And that's coming up next. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Health and Wealth Chica. I'm Jeremy, an accredited financial counselor of 10 years, and I've taught thousands of people the same money tips, resources, and strategies that I will teach you on this channel. Subscribe if you want to learn how to overcome financial challenges and optimize financial opportunities as they arise. Get motivated to do the things you know you've been needing to do, but just didn't know how. And gain the confidence to put powerful and proven money strategies to work for you, because I will teach you how to manage your money like a boss to live your best life. I have to be honest with you. If you know me, then you know how passionate I get about talking about the topics that I talk about on this channel. And honestly, I've really had to refrain myself in this past month since the time of the recording of this video, because I've only started this channel over a month ago, and I've been putting out weekly videos, as you know, and I've really had to refrain myself because I get so fired up from dropping the B word. However, in today's video, the censorship is over. I'm tired of holding back. If I want to be real and raw with you, I'm just going to have to do it. So on this episode, I will say budget. But before we get into talking about spending plan versus budgets, I want to give out a few shout outs, because each time that you subscribe, like, share, or comment on this channel, you're telling YouTube that you want to see more videos like this, and I appreciate the love. So first shout out goes to my friends in Amarillo, Texas. You know who you are. And also Enterprise, Alabama. Mwah! St. George, Utah. Hi. And Modesto, California. Hey. Just to name a few. So tell me where you're watching from in the comments, because I would like to give you a shout out in a future video. So the next thing I have to come clean about is that I have used the word spending plan and budget interchangeably like it's the same thing, but it's clearly not. There's two main differences that I've noticed, so I want to discuss those in a minute. But first, let me ask you a question. We're actually going to do some little exercise right now, and it's only going to take a few seconds of your time, but just be open-minded and run with this, okay? So I am going to ask you in a few moments to just close your eyes for about 5 seconds. And then I am going to say a couple of words. And then you are going to reflect on how each of those words made you feel. Pay attention to any tension in your body, any random thoughts that come to your mind. Just absorb the moment and try to feel and really concentrate on what you're thinking and feeling. All right, we're gonna do this in 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes. Budget. Okay. So I hope that you were able to think about how you were feeling in that moment, what thoughts came to your mind. Now we're going to do that again, one more time in 3, 2, 1. Spending plan. Okay, I gave you about the same amount of time for each words. So I've done this exercise with dozens of people in person. And what I have found is that words matter. We all know that, right? And so when you listen to those two words that we just said, there was probably a very drastic feeling or pictures and images that came to your mind for each of those. For most people, when they hear the word budget, they really have a sense of tension, some stress comes onto their body, and they start getting feelings and thoughts that they have described in words when we do this exercise, and I have them write it on a sticky note and put it up on the wall. I go through it and read all of those. And it's very interesting. With budget, it naturally has a negative connotation, honestly. And so most people will think of scarcity, can't have, restriction, no more fun, things like that. And with a spending plan, however, people don't generally get those same negative feelings or thoughts. So for starters, that is an intangible difference between a spending plan versus a budget, is simply the way it makes you feel. How does that word feel to you? Because it's like being on a diet. People don't really want to be on a diet, right? For the same reasons and the same thoughts and feelings they get. They start thinking of scarcity, not enough, can't have, restriction. And so we want to start you out on a good path. And with a spending plan, in general, most people like to spend. And a spending plan is kind of alluding to, you get to spend, right? You're going to get to spend for today. You're going to get to spend for tomorrow's needs and for way down the line in the future's needs as well. So a spending plan already has a better vibe to it. But more importantly, the next difference is that a spending plan is always going to include your savings goals, your short-term, medium-term, and long-term savings goals. So in a sense, a spending plan is going to encompass everything. It's going to encompass a way that you're going to plan your spending for today, your spending for tomorrow, aka savings, and your spending for way down in the future sometime, aka investing. Spending plans have a number of great benefits, which are too many to name in this video that I'm trying to keep short. So I will leave you with this. The biggest spending plan benefit that I'll just highlight right now is getting in control of your money. And from getting in control over your money, you're going to naturally have other positive effects that come from that. But I'm going to move on to my computer now to show you that briefly, and then you will have an idea of what your spending plan could look like so that you can supercharge your debt repayment plan. This is a quick sneak peek at my personal Money Boss spending plan that if you decide you like it enough and you want one, you can have a free copy if you go to my website, healthandwealthchica.com, and you go to the resources tab, go all the way down and find the tab that says Money Boss Spending Plan. Send it to me and I'll get it to you as soon as possible. But whether you decide to use this one, which obviously is an Excel spreadsheet, or if you decide to go online and download a random one, or if you use an app, or if you buy a software program to help you, you will notice that there are three essential elements to a spending plan, which are your income, your expenses, and at the very bottom, the difference of your total income minus your total expenses. So going back to the top real quick, I have made some notes in here with the light gray text so that you can kind of utilize this to create your own spending plan. And so I believe that a spending plan should match your pay frequency. So if you get paid weekly, then you should make your spending plan for each week, but it's your choice. Some people might prefer to budget for the, kind of budget within a spending plan for an entire month, whereas I think it's just easier to do it by pay period. So if you get paid by monthly, then you would want to print out 2 of these if it was a 4-week month for each of your pay periods. So I have made this very beginner user friendly. I've locked down these cells so there's no way that you can accidentally delete any of the formulas. All you really have to do is come in here and punch some numbers in, and the spreadsheet will do the math for you. And also, there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube, by the way, if you wanted to learn how to be a little better at using Excel spreadsheets. So I like to jam-pack my spending plan with as much information as possible. So I not only include the payment balance, but I also include the due date and the annual percentage rate, the pay method, and the notes. I think the more information that you can have in your spending plan and be organized in one place, then it helps you to make better financial decisions when it's all there for you. And so the notes, for example, you'll see if you have like a promotion on a credit card where you're paying 0% interest, and that is set to expire April 2021 and it goes to 24.99%, you would want to make a note to yourself about that in the notes column so that you can make your best financial decisions, right? And also the due date, because you might find that you're running out of money before you're running out of that pay period. So with the due date, it helps you to reach out to those companies, whether they're utility companies or credit cards, and you can ask them if they can change your due date for you. It's not a regularly advertised thing, but that's something that you can request, and a lot of companies will do that for you. So, so this is the bottom of the actual spending plan, but then at the bottom here, you'll see another sheet, which is called the financial ratios. If you click here, this is going to help you to see how you compare to the suggested percentage for each of the spending categories that I recommend, and this is only to be used as a guide. That's why personal finances are personal, because they're very personal to you and individualized to you. But the data from the first sheet here, your spending plan, will be transferred here, and so you will be able to see this is what you could afford based off of your net income. I hope you use your net income. Some people might prefer to use your gross income, and that's okay. I prefer net because then you're dealing with the money that you're actually getting paid after you've paid insurance and taxes and retirement plan and so on. But it's up to you. This is your spending plan. But you'll be able to see what you could afford based off of your income, and then where you're actually at and what the difference is here. If we work together, this is what I would do next, is to give you some action plan steps. And so I've left some examples in here. So if you want to do it yourself, you have a little bit of a guide with this light gray text. And again, I give you another opportunity. If you get stuck, you know, it could happen. You have a quick question. You feel free to click here to book a free 15-minute discovery call with me. And there you have it. That's your quick spending plan sneak peek. So guys, I just want to let you know this is part 4 of a 4-part series on a debt repayment strategy that I use with my clients. I've taken you step by step and really taking you behind the scenes to show you how I do it. The reason why we covered today a spending plan and versus a budget, which you already know I'm going to prefer to use a spending plan, but the spending plan is going to help you to see if there's any room for you to free up a little more money so that you can use that towards your debt repayment strategy to supercharge it. You never want to make just a minimum payment, because even adding an additional $5 a month can really reduce the time for you to repay your debts and save you a ton of money in interest. So use your spending plan to see if there are any leaks you can find to free up some of that money to supercharge your debt repayment plan. I've enjoyed making this series for you so much, and I've gotten a lot of good feedback from you. So I added a bonus. Okay, so look for the do's and don'ts of debt repayment. And I want to ask you, so let me know in the comments, do you want to learn more about car buying, for example, or improving your credit score, or retirement planning? Be more than happy to do another series where we can really deep dive. I can show you the ins and outs of how I do it. Until next time, health and wealth be with you. Don't forget to subscribe, because I will teach you how to manage your money like a boss to live your best life.